And no one else called it, guys. Name me one analyst that said what we're about to talk about in today's video. They confirmed our theory, our timeline. You guys ready for the most wildest ride of your lives? Check this out. Now we know why these insiders are selling, such as Nvidia insider trading alert. The CEO just sold another 30 million worth of Nvidia shares, guys, right? I know that's peanuts to him, but still selling for a specific reason. He's now sold more than $150 million worth of shares in the last 2 weeks, guys, right? Now, some are saying he's literally yelling the top. No, I don't think so. I think we still go higher before something disastrous takes place, such as this right here. JP Morgan literally confirmed our theory. How? And the crazy part is, we don't even do technical analysis, right, on this channel. Yes, we do talk about other people's charts and stuff, guys, but this is specifically for my timeline. Listen to this. BRICS. Well, I don't know why it says BRICS, but JP Morgan predicts huge UNC stock market crash. What? Guys, the biggest bank out there is predicting a huge UNC stock market crash. No one else stated this, right? And we actually said, well, don't worry, I'm going to be exposing what I believe will happen in the near future in today's video. Please like today's video and thank you. Leading global investment bank JP Morgan has predicted a major UNC stock market crash. The bank remains cautious on the S&P 500 index, noting that a 20% downside could be on the cards. 20% downside. What did we talk about, guys? Right, it's going to be matching probably this the same as the 2020 event. Oh my gosh, I'm going crazy, guys. My heart is racing and it's smiling because I feel like we already cracked the code since last year. But listen to this still. JP Morgan's doomsday stock market prediction comes when BRICS is looking to uproot the dollar and damage the NAC's economy. Again, the narratives are sprouting about beautifully when BRICS is trying to attack the economy, right? NAC's economy, maybe crash it, guys. I don't know, but all I know is the dollar will rise. The NAC's economy will lead to its own undoing, with BRICS having little to bring it down, according to JP Morgan. The banking firm noted that the largest 20 NAC stocks have surged more than 27% in value year to date. The stocks have outperformed the S&P 500 index, okay? And then the top 20 stocks also outpaced the Russell 2000, which is only up 2%, guys, year to date. Again, the breadth isn't there, right? So this is why they may be suggesting a UNC stock market crash up to 23%, guys, warns JP Morgan. Now 23%, okay? Now we know the percentage. So if you go back in time, travel back in 2020, guys, this was, well, that was from March. So, okay, so no, that was from February, the bottom right here was about a 29% dump. So similar to the 2020 event, guys. I told you guys, right? No one else is making this stuff up, guys. No one else is calling it like we are. Please like today's video. But they didn't say now. They said towards the end of this year, right? What did we talk about? Again, come on, guys. We're going to be, I'm telling you, we cracked the code. So listen to this, okay? Here's February, guys, okay? Let me show you guys. This part was February 20th. Guess what? The stock market already crashed 14%. Why? The insiders were selling all during this period, guys, okay? Before the huge one came, and that was the narrative of the 2020 event, which is this right here, guys, right? And they bought the bottom, right? They bought the bottom while everyone else sold. I remember buying cryptos down here, guys. I'm pretty sure when XRP was really low. So that's number one, right? So if we do see a 23% crash someday, guys, let's say, oh, this is for the SPX. Let's say we go higher, right? Look at that, a 23% crash. It's not even that crazy, guys, right? It's still above 4K, right? Now, well, that's if the SPX does pump from here on out, guys. Now with the Dow Jones, it's a little bit different. Obviously, the Dow Jones is what I like to look at, guys. So with the Dow Jones, it dumped, let's see here, about a 32%, right? So if it does pump here, guys, let's just say, because of this blow off top moment, I mean, it's still up there, guys, right? So it's just going to flush the sentiment, and then we're probably going to rise back up again. No one else to call this, guys. Not to mention the riddlers that say 2020 2024 is probably going to be a repeat of 2020. Now, so the SPX can crash to a low of 4,200, right? And while the Nasdaq stock market will look at ways to stop the crash, interesting. So let's go to this one, guys. It seems like the stock market is already supposedly dying because Nike just plummeted 20% in a single day, guys. Right. And then here comes number two. Analyst number two. Before we talk about my theory or my timeline, guys. Analyst number two comes out with saying stocks will fall 30% as the Nasdaq economy heads for a painful recession. Strategist says, who else called it first? And remember, these people have PhDs in all sorts of degrees, right, for the economy. But we here only have our intuition, right? Imaginary cartoon bears, right? Imaginary bears, guys. So they themselves are calling for a painful recession. No one else called it. You guys remember, right? I stated right here will be the recession, the black swan events, guys, right? So where are we right now for cryptos and stocks? Right here, right here, right here, right? Where are we? Probably before that blow off top, guys. We buy back in here, we sell up here, and we ride it till 26. Why? Because they're going to print a lot more money, guys, right? So let's say what's happening here. Let's see what's happening here. So it comes from the global chief strategist at BCA Research, guys, who stated that his target for the SPX is to about 3K, right? 3.7K, guys, lower than JP Morgan. Interesting. Wow. And then they expect that the recession to begin either later this year or in early 2025, guys. I'm thinking later this year, right? Now, there's a reason why I say that, guys. It's fascinating. Wait, before we talk about why I believe that, it's because the XRP ledger is coming out with tokenized gold and silver in Q3 2024, which is here very shortly. I mean, we are already in Q3, so they're going to come out with this very soon, guys, right before a recession occurs, right? Maybe to hedge, which is fascinating to say the least. Now, the reason I stated later this year, guys, is because this video right here was on my second channel, right? Uploaded on my second channel, which I literally stated the exact same thing that now the strategists are talking about, right? But I talked about how the first rate cut back then, the market predicted was going to take place in March. It didn't, though, right? The Federal Reserve is kicking the can down the road, guys. But now, as we can see right here, this is my timeline, guys, right? So since the Fed will cut rates supposedly in September, as the market is suggesting, guys, we go to this right here. What did I say, guys? What did I say, right? We pumped to create new highs, and then that crash right here, right? So this delayed a couple months because this was pointed towards May of 2024, guys. And I did say we're going to create new highs for Bitcoin before the halving. So check mark, the theory got confirmed at that point, right? But now we're waiting for, so this moved this to here, guys, September, and then that crash will happen during Q4 elections, right? Probably a black swan, guys. Once that's all done and said and done and over with, we're going to rise back up, right? Probably. Well, it's glitched right now, guys, but I don't know what's happening. But for September, it does show majority of the market believes a rate cut will happen by 25 basis points, right? So that seems to be the trigger, guys, when it does occur. Now, again, the theory, thus far, guys, our timeline is so far correct, right? And we stated this back in the November of 2023, guys, but more so June of 2022, because back then we called the bottom, and we have been rising from then on, right? There's three options I stated from 3 years ago, guys, a long time ago. Option number one, to just pump it straight up and never stop until the collapse. Number two would be collapse it right now, but there's a third one. To pump it, black swan, in the middle of the timeline, then they pump it again, guys, right? A repeat of 2020, per se. So that's what I'm hoping for, guys. We keep pumping here to create new highs, and then we cash out and we buy back in lower when the recession hits. The Nasdaq's M2 money supply turns up, guys. Printer is starting, right? Look at that. 2020 happened right here, right? Before 2020 occurred, guys, look how it was moving up, right? The same thing's happening right now, probably for our blow off top, before the money starts going ballistic like that, guys, right? Like that, to 20 trillion plus right here, right? So 40 trillion because of due to a black swan event. But the only reason that would happen is because of a black swan event, guys, right? That's what happened previously back in 2020. So, and then when this skyrockets like that, guys, cryptos and stocks fall, right? Because black swan, but it goes back up because of the liquidity, the injection of money, guys, right? Inflation will probably re-accelerate higher. Attention, M2 money supply is now expanding, guys. Okay, so the money supply is expanding, guys. Last time it happened drastically was due to 2020 event, right? And whenever these things happen, we do go higher, guys. But in the short term, it depends. It depends on the situation, right? It could be a leading indicator that about 18 to 24 months from now, the economy will start to improve. Well, well, after the black swan events, guys, right? They're probably going to be giving stimulus checks to everyone again. Literally a repeat of 2020, basically what the Riddler stated. The wise owl confirmed our theory again. Breaking: European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde stated a soft landing is not guaranteed. When was this from? Right? Oh, right here, July. Wait a minute, this just happened now, today? July 1st to, does that say July 1st to the 3rd, 2024? I don't know, I think so, guys. If this came out today, that's ridiculous. What?
Given the magnitude of the shock to inflation, a soft landing is not guaranteed.
I told you guys, the wise owl confirmed this as well. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 1, 2, 3. A BCA strategist, then JP Morgan, first JP Morgan BCA, then the wise owl. That's it, guys. This isn't financial advice, right? But as soon as they pump our coins, XRP, I'm hedging dramatically. If I see euphoria out of hit out the park, insanely high, guys.
Now, what do I mean by soft landing? I would define that as avoiding either a recession or a major deterioration of employment. If we look at historical rate cycles since 1970, we can see that when major central banks hiked interest rates while energy prices were high, the cost to the economy were usually quite steep. Only around 15%, of the successful soft landings in this period have been achieved following energy price shocks. But this cycle has so far not followed past patterns.
No one called it except us, guys. Name me one other analyst, and we don't even do anything here on this channel except call things correctly. This is a financial advice, guys. Don't listen to me at the end. This is a financial advice, but have your own intuition. That's it. I've gone crazy, guys. Anyways, guys, hope you guys amazing. See ya.